Now here's a man with the nose of a Roman emperor. Several Roman emperors, in fact. Stan the Man Johnson.
Howdy, Zachary.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy, boys. Howdy. 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 Doody. Doody. Wrong show. Thackeray, come out here and show these varmints how to ride this horse.
I don't care for
We're doing
riding
a show today with a slightly Western flavor because on the show, y'all get on the horse. On the show today, we have, you don't ride at side saddle, you get on it, mount it. Come on, you put your legs over and you ride it. Here's a question for the studio audience, and then I'll tell you what's on the show.
Oh!
Be careful, don't hurt yourself. Nice, Thackeray. Oh! So, pretend it's fun. Pretend you're having a good time.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Okay, the horse is getting excited. He's starting to go faster. You have to hold on or you're going to get hurt. Not his ears, his handles. Horses come with handles.
Handles?
Never hold his... Oh, get off. I'll show you how to ride it. Does anybody in the audience know how a cowboy catches a steer? How? You're right, he uses a rope, and that's how he does it. And you're getting a T-shirt, so... Okay, this is how you ride it, Thackeray. You gotta really...
You're in reverse. Put it in forward.
Bad horse. He's a trick horse, I didn't realize. On the show today, I hurt my knees. On the show today, we have Kim Gowan, who's a rope twirler, and she's going to do amazing things with a rope like a lasso. Yes, and also we are going to take a tour on a glass-bottom boat in the Florida place.
The Florida place, ah.
Yeah, we'll just keep going and pretend this is real smooth.
Nice boat, Stan.
Ah, heck, here's the band. So embarrassed. Now I'm going to do the proper opening to the show and introduce people. This is my old pal Al, who's been sent by the station to make sure that everything we do is done in proper order. And of course we have... Of course we also have here the Gorilla Cam, the pink gorilla, and Edward Thackeray III, who has become very good friends with a horse. And what I was trying to say earlier was the Florida place. It's actually Biscayne National Park in Florida, and we're going to take a boat tour with Captain Ed Davidson, who has his very own glass-bottom boat. And here it is, and it's going to be fun. You just watch it and have a good time.
Make sure he gets on the horse.
Good afternoon, campers. Glad to have you aboard. And welcome to Biscayne National Park. It's the largest marine park in the United States. You're looking through a time warp at the Florida Keys the way they used to be 200 years ago when the Calusa Indians were still paddling around in their dugout canoes looking for shipwrecked British and Spanish sailors. Hey, guys. It's our new glass-bottom boat. It's the fastest glass-bottom dive boat in the industry. Runs about 25 miles an hour. It's got big 4-foot square windows, and we had to design it specially here in the park because it's so shallow. The drives are up inside giant cylindrical tunnels, and the hull of the boat only draws us about as much water as your kneecaps, 30 inches of water in a 40-ton, 52-foot boat. Doesn't look like there's much going on in the grass bed, but scientists have counted as many as 20,000 different organisms in a single square meter of heavy grass beds. That's a loggerhead sponge. Sponges pull water in the bottom, pump it out through those little black holes in the top. Cramping. crabs and starfish and all kinds of regular little condominium. We're going to accelerate and head for the mangrove creeks now. The mangroves in the reefs are essential for all marine production. The islands are surrounded by those mangroves, rich thickets of mangrove roots. They drop a ton of leaves per acre, and everything that lives in a shallow water coastal environment starts with that biomass of those leaves falling in the water. Little invisible critters munch on them. The bigger critters munch on the little ones, and right on up the food chain. So the mangroves are terribly important for water quality. The whole biologic mass of everything is the roots of the whole marine food chain. That brain coral is about 300 years old. It grows less than an inch a year, that brain coral. The fish with the vertical yellow and black stripes are sergeant majors because they look like a sergeant stripes. That's a common name for them. We're going to go over the wreck site that's more than 200 years old, an 18th century large sailing ship, Hammer. Starting to see the ballast rocks in the right front window now. This is Spanish granite, not native to this part of the world at all. Big river stones that they fill the bottoms of the ships with to counterbalance the wind pressure on the sails so the ships wouldn't turn over. This belongs to future generations, not just to this generation. The mission of the National Park Service is to preserve forever.
We're back. Doing very well. Thacker, you stay on the horse.
I'm not going to stay on the horse while you get
Clem, wake up. Clem, wake up. Keep him on the horse. We need him on the horse because we're doing kind of a Western type thing today.
All right there, partner.
Hi, and welcome back, y'all.
Come on. Over here.
Isn't live television fun? Whoa.
Let's go on.
Would you please welcome, would you guys clear a path? Take him on his horse out of the way. And
my door.
Please welcome our first guest. She is renowned rope twirler, Kim Gowan. Here she is, Kim Gowan.
down your head.
My trick.
Hang down your head and cry.
Yes, this is very tiring work, but I'm a trained professional. Not very well trained, though.
Oh, no.
Kim's used to working with dumb animals, but not this dumb.
Okay, left foot.
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Put my foot down. It's down. Oh, this is so much fun. I didn't think it would be possible to have this much fun on television. When we come back, we will meet. What? Put my feet together. I've been on a horse all day. Okay, toes in, feet together. Oh, no. Ah, you got one. Let's go for the other one. You do the other one? Okay, I'm ready. All right, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, jump.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to break for a commercial. What's this? Are you going to get me out of it or what? You're not leaving. No, you can't. No, you have to stay around. Kim, we'll be right back with Kim Gowan.
I'm on the couch because I just, Thackeray's a little tied up. I thought he's never going to get off that horse.
Okay,
I'll tell you that
so he is going to stay on the horse. Now, Kim, rope twirling is something you don't think about much. Well, you probably do, but I don't think most people do.
No, it's something that is gone back in the past, and I'm hoping kids will try and get interested again and want to learn how to spin ropes.
Now, did you wake up one morning and decide you were a rope twirler? How did it come about?
Well, my mom was born in the West. I'm an adopted child from Vietnam, and she came to Vietnam to perform for the soldiers. She adopted me, and she taught me the trade.
So you learned from your mom?
Yes.
And you became a world champion, so I guess your mom did a good job.
Yes, she did.
All right, I have to introduce our next guest. Now, we asked Rod Stewart to come today, and he said, there's no way I'm doing your show. And then we heard about this guy who looks exactly like Rod Stewart, and he said, there's no way I'm doing your show. However, our people talked one of them into doing the show today. Let's see which one showed up. Thackeray, get the door, and we'll see, is it Rod or Rob? Thackeray, the door. You did a good job. Here he is, whoever it is. Hello. Come on up and have a seat, sir.
How are you?
How do you do? What's that?
Well, I understand you were having a little problem with the introduction of the show.
Oh, you brought me a script.
I found your script in the garbage over there.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. Does it mention that Florida place? Because...
You're Rod Stewart, are you? Can I get
How are you?
Whoa,
Give me
hold it now.
Give me the script back. I need his autograph.
Wait, Al, actually, this is...
To Al from Rob.
This is Rob Hanna, who not only looks, but when he sings, he also sounds
You mean he ain't
like
Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart.
Give me that back.
I'm sorry.
Give me that back.
Sorry to shatter your illusions there, Al. Does Rod know what you're doing?
I hope so. I'd be in a lot of trouble if he didn't.
Now, I understand from people who know, people smarter than myself, some not as smart as myself, that when you sing, you do sound like Rod Stewart.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. We do a whole Rod Stewart show, and it's going pretty well. We're playing here in town, here this week.
You call it a tribute to Rod Stewart, I think, don't you?
Actually, a salute.
A salute. Now, is that just so if you put him on a pedestal, he doesn't get a little angry that you're just trying out there
Feed his ego
glory from him?
Yeah.
He doesn't mind, though?
No, not at all. We've talked about it. I've met the gentleman a couple times, and in fact, he's seen the show, and he likes the show a lot.
He's seen our show, and that's why he wouldn't do it? And that's why he wouldn't do it. And you hadn't seen it, and so you said you would.
Yeah.
Did Rod say to you, Rob, you can do anything as long as you do something else? And was that one of the messages?
As long as you do something else, that's right.
Yeah, okay. When did you decide or discover, or did you discover, or did somebody tell you that you looked like Rod Stewart?
We've been doing the show about 10 years now. And it started out when people were saying, we did some Rod Stewart songs along with our other top 40 stuff. And people would say more and more, you ought to do more Rod Stewart because you sound just like him. So just put the whole show together and been doing it ever since.
So then did you intentionally try to start looking like Mr. Stewart with your hair and so on and so forth?
Yeah, when I first started out, I looked like the guys in the band over there.
Yeah. Well, you mean you look like a down and out cowboy? Is
Yeah.
that what you look like? Yeah.
Had the paunch.
Uh-huh.
John
has the paunch there. John, stand up. Oh, he is.
Oh.
Step out from behind the keyboard so we can see your paunch.
Rufus?
Now, John was skinny at the start of the show.
By the way, you got a great band over here.
They are pretty good. Would you want to take them with you?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Well,
they work cheap?
Yeah, on this show they do. on this show, everybody works cheap. Now, where has being a Rod Stewart lookalike taken you? Well, to here, to Funtown, but where else? Have you traveled the world?
We travel quite a bit all across the United States and Canada, and been over to Tokyo with the show, and Hawaii, Guam. Heard Guam? Anybody heard of Guam?
Guam?
I had that for lunch.
I heard of Guam.
Yeah, it was good.
You have not heard of Guam for lunch. Guam is a place. It's not a snack food.
Wigwam.
Oh, the Guam
Yeah.
place.
Wigwam.
The Florida
That's
place.
no, not that place. Sure, Thackeray, you ride your horse and make fun of me, okay? I didn't have the script in my hand. So I said Florida place. That's the best I could do. We'll be right back with Rob Hanna, Kim Gowan, and the rest of us. Stay there. Rob Hanna and Kim Gowan, and Thackeray has managed to extricate himself. That means free himself.
There hasn't been a lasso made that can hold Thackeray the Third.
And where's Al now? Have you seen
roaming
Al?
the plains, I believe.
Yeah, I'll continue with the interview, and you just make sure Al doesn't show up and disrupt things, okay?
It's not always possible.
Oh, I know that, but you just try. Al is here actually representing the station to make sure that we follow the rules.
I see.
And it doesn't always...
Is it working?
No, for some reason, and we don't know why it's not working. Do you still sing like Rob Hanna, or do you always now sing like Rod Stewart?
No, excuse me, when we do like demo tapes and whatnot, I don't have to sound like him, but it helps.
So you can still do your own thing if you wish.
Right.
Now, do people, as you walk down the street, think you are Rod Stewart?
Occasionally, yeah. Many times in airports, mostly, is when it happens.
Well, that's probably a place where they would see Rod. But he probably wouldn't be hanging out having a cup of tea in a public place, would he? I mean, doesn't he sort of have his own private lounge?
Probably so, private jet.
Yeah, and I think he should loan it to you so that people don't bother you on the street. Where do you live?
Oh, like Mo.
I live in Reno, Nevada.
Not on a ranch, or is it a ranch?
No.
Oh, okay. We seem to have a ranch.
I feel at home here. Well, this Western theme.
We have created a ranch. Al, is that you?
No, this is Mr. Cow.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Cow? It's nice to see you.
See what's going on.
Okay, but watch out for Edward Thackeray III, because he was watching Kim Gowan, and he does know how to do rope tricks. Al, Mr. Cow, whoa, Mr. Cow, Mr. Cow, come here. Mr. Cow.
No, that's Billy Cow.
Bill Cow. He's got you now. I have this sneaky suspicion that come here. Come here. Come here. I believe, Al, you're under there. You can't fool us. Every now and then Al goes undercover, so we think that he's not around, but obviously he is still around. We're running out of time here. Rob, thanks a lot for coming in. It was great fun. And thank you, Tim. And may rope twirling be revived. And if you're in a place called Florida, drop us a line. Have a nice day. We'll see you later on Something Else. Bye. Next Saturday and Sunday, 2 more dynamic episodes of Something Else. Grandpa Munster, Al Lewis, helps Al and Thackeray whip up some kind of monstrous potion. And Bozo the Clown stops by, too. A fashion show and snowshoe building all next weekend at 9:30 on Something Else.